Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first breakdown video of the 2024 season. There will be these type of videos throughout the NFL season, depending on kind of what I see during that week. It'll probably be like 2 to 3 of these. This is the first one, and it's not going to be anything in particular. Like, no, it's not from the Hall of Fame game. It is simply 5 examples of how teams will try to manipulate defenses in this season, just based off of how it's always been. So, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. This is not the only style NFL's videos we're going to be getting. I'm going to be doing live play-by-plays to every primetime game and, of course, every Dolphin game, at least as many as I can. And we're going to have power rankings, predictions, the whole 9 yards. So, if you're new, again, subscribe, be greatly appreciated, and enjoy as the first one we dive into is the pump fake. So, the first type we're going to look at is the pump fake. And mainly because I've been watching a lot of older NFL games this offseason, and I've really noticed that Big Ben's pump fake is incredible. It is one of the best, if not the best, pump fake in NFL history. It's definitely the best in modern NFL. It is highlighted in his Super Bowl pass to Santonio Holmes. He pump faked before passing that one. But a great example is this play here against Cleveland in his final game at Heinz Field in 2021. Monday Night Football, prime time, early in the second quarter of a tied game at 0, and Big Ben is going to make a big time play on 2nd and 5 to move the chains. So for this play, you have Claypool on the outside doing a slant, Fryer move from the tight end position doing a flat, so it's slant flat concept, and you're going to have Najee Harris coming over the middle for a curl. And it's not like Ben does anything special. He just does what Ben did at this time and really his entire career, and that is use his pump fake to his advantage. He's going to fake it to Freiermuth in the flat here and gain the attention of not only this corner, but these two linebackers as well to hone in kind of in that area on that flat, and it leaves Najee Harris wide open over the middle for a 7-yard pickup on a drive that would end up being the first time the Steelers scored a touchdown in the first half in 5 games at that point, and it leads the Steelers to a big-time win over Cleveland late in the season. Next up, we're going to do pre-snap motion and kind of just motion in general, and no better team to find an example for this than the team who used motion 80% of the time last year, the most in the NFL, my Miami Dolphins. And really, any of the Shanahan disciples, you'll find a lot of motion. This is what they like to use. 4 of the top 5 teams who used pre-snap motion last year were all Shanahan disciples. So, this is a look that Miami likes to give teams a lot. You have Tyreek Hill crouched here. You have some kind of outside receiver. He's actually the slot receiver. And for this play in particular, they go into dagger concept. They motion Tyreek Hill out in this cheat motion, they like to call it. They motion him out laterally, and then at the snap of the ball, they get him going up the field and then across the middle on an in route for dagger, because then you have this now going to be slot receiver going to run sort of a seam / really skinny post. And their goal is to really get this safety to then take that seam route to leave the middle of the field completely open for Tyreek Hill once he gets to the top of that break. And it works efficiently because of Tyreek Hill's speed. The speed is a key thing with this one because you have then his man-on-man corner, or in this case, a nickel corner, I believe. And he has to run full speed back to Tyreek in order to catch up to him because he's at full speed at the start of the route. And then when Tyreek makes his break on the in, he loses him behind him. And Miami, even out of this look, can put Tyreek on a comeback route. It is beautiful how McDaniel has schemed this up. It's a large reason why Tyreek is a back-to-back 1,700-yard receiver, and a large reason why he was voted the number 1 player in the NFL last season. Eye manipulation is a style of manipulating the defense that kind of doesn't get talked about a lot, although at the same time it does. It's because it's really, really hidden for the most part, besides plays like this one. I'm sure if you're a Ram or a Bengals fan, or hell, if you're watching football in at all in the 2020s, you probably remember this play. This is Matthew Stafford's no-look pass in the Super Bowl. It is one of many examples, not only from Matthew Stafford, but from across the NFL, of eye manipulation really coming in handy. So the whole point of eye manipulation in the first place is to just get the defense out of the windows you want to throw to. It's really helpful within zone. So Cincy here is in zone. They have the safety Vonn Bell creeping up to guard the middle as they're going to drop the rest of these defensive backs back for cover 3. And then they're going to line up Cooper Kupp here to do a glance route over the middle. And then Tyler Higbee, the tight end, to kind of meet Cooper Kupp at that break point for a sit. Kind of do a pick, but at the same time not do a pick. And Matthew Stafford does a great job. Like, he's done pretty much his entire career when it comes to passes like this. He stares Tyler Higbee down the entire way. And this is going to force Vonn Bell, who's guarding the middle of the field, because since he's in cover 3, a safety guarding the middle, is going to then creep over to Higbee, leaving his zone in the middle of the field. And then Stafford just places the ball absolutely beautifully right behind him. You'll see that in the other angle of this play. This is the other angle here. Again, you have Tyler Higbee on the sit, Vonn Bell going towards Higbee because you see Stafford's eyes going directly to Tyler Higbee. But then he's going to pass it right where Vonn Bell was, right into this window. And it is the play that arguably won the Rams the Super Bowl and finally got Matthew Stafford his ring. It is a beautiful play, not only just design-wise, but also by Stafford to just have the guts to throw that no-look pass. Because what you can see quarterbacks do often is they stare down one receiver, then at the last second, once they see out of the corner of their eyes that the defender has moved, they then quickly look back to that window so that way they can make the pass. But actually doing a no-look pass here, it is incredible. And again, this was in a Super Bowl. It was great to see Stafford get his ring, and it's also great to see a no-look pass on the biggest stage. The art of extending plays. Not a lot of quarterbacks have it, but of course the current best quarterback in the league does. Patrick Mahomes is the perfect example when it comes to the art of extending plays, and this play against Tampa on Monday Night Football does it no better. He's in goal line set because it's second and goal from the 1. He's going to fake a fullback dive because you're going to have the tight end on the left. You're going to have Kelce. You're going to have a lineman who's lined up as a third tight end, and then you're going to have the running back all go to the right side of the field. So Kelce's going to kind of sit towards the back of the end zone. You're going to have the O lineman on a kind of block and release towards the flat here. You're going to have this other tight end going kind of in the back shoulder look, and then you're going to have the running back take the flat. And Mahomes doesn't need to do anything special. He doesn't need to do anything special. This is a type of situation where if you just throw it away, you can't be mad at it because it's second and goal. So this is designed for him to fake it and then roll out. After he rolls out, he makes one defender miss because they have an unblocked lineman coming off the edge here. So he has to make one defender miss already. And then as he's rolling out, he's going to spin another defender and then just do a light tap towards the back of the end zone for the touchdown. It is Mahomes magic at its finest, and really just put a majority of Mahomes highlights and you'll see the art of extending a play in action. Football at its core throughout any level is a copycat sport. Whatever works for one team, you want your team to be doing it so that way it works for you until the defense stops it and vice versa. So, it only makes sense that with the rise of the RPO and the college ranks, it was going to eventually become a focal point of NFL offenses. Well, with a quarterback who can process the field as quick as Tua, it only made sense that Mike McDaniel would bring it to Miami when he became the head coach. And this is from the very first game with that duo of Tua and McDaniel against Bill Belichick and the Patriots. This is a similar to the dagger play we talked about before Miami. This is the type of play they like to go back to a lot. It's a simple RPO in the sense of it has a run option, it has a pass option, make your decision. But there's different levels to this. Obviously, you have the inside zone which is the run option. You have Tyreek Hill doing kind of a slant sit almost, which is the number one pass option. But Miami takes it a step further because they have two other reads on this play. You have the tight end or really fullback, kind of go back and forth depending on the personnel. He's going to do a wheel-ish route to the outside, kind of a seam, kind of a wheel. Just he's going to go to the outside, trying to move the corners outside, and then you're going to have the tight end opposite doing a flat. The idea is if you have the corner on the outside bite that wheel, and then you have either the edge and the middle linebacker truly take off for the flat, or in case of the edge, also the backfield, you're then going to have the middle of the field open for Tyreek Hill, which is the case here. And then, depending on what happens, you can throw the wheel, you can throw the flat, you can hand it off. Miami's done all possible combinations with this. It's a play they like to come back to a lot. So, for this upcoming season, keep a lookout for it. Well, there you have it. 5 different ways an NFL offense can try and manipulate a defense. If you enjoyed, like I said at the beginning, subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below. You know the drill. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next one. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.